Hello everyone, it's me, Kupa Noko, and welcome to the Kupa Talk Show. Today we have someone important who is making one of the most anticipated fan series of the whole Spider-Man community. Say a big welcome to Alvis Studios.
Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you, Koppa?
I'm doing alright. What about you? How's life treating you?
I'm very, very good. I'm very tired and stressed, but everything's cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, so tell us what inspired you to make projects like that. Tell us how.
All right. What inspired me to make projects like this? It's because since I was like a child, I've always liked cinema. I've always liked watching films and many other stuff, and it was like it's still a dream for me to become a filmmaker when I'm grown up and make my own movies and stuff. So I was like, well, I would like to start as soon as possible. So I was like, I was gonna make like a Spider-Man film because and use the characters I want because I don't want to wait like 20 years or so to like go on to Sony or Disney or Marvel, whoever is in charge of the rights, and ask them for to make a movie, which probably will not happen, or well, hopefully it will, but I had this script in mind about well, amazing fantasy, and I was like I was like playing around, thinking about a Spider-Man like based on the Steve Ditko era, and you know like this with all these characters and stuff, and I was like, well, maybe I can like start maybe I can create make a fan film or a fan series like this, so I can like I don't know like start from right now to make to start making films. And because I have like no budget and stuff, I figured out that the easiest way would be like making animation and well, yeah, 2D animation, which is a little bit cheap, as everybody can see, but it is helping me a lot to gain experience for what I want to do as a grown up. So that's a little long answer to your question, but that's what inspired me basically.
Ah, don't worry, give short or long. All that matters is to hear the answer of the day.
Yeah, exactly. Not like pretentious stuff or anything.
So, some people might not know this because, some people are lazy. What year
Yeah.
what year is the show set on?
What year is the show set on? I said like in previous posts on Instagram that the series didn't have in a specific year, but it was set in the 1960s decade. But these last couple of days, I've been trying to like, I've been thinking to myself like, what which year would this be set? And because there's a lot of general things in the series, like, and there's like a lot of events that happened in the 1960s, and they are all like mixed up. I was
Yeah.
like wondering, well, I was like, well, maybe I can set this in 1968 or 1969. Why 1969? Because it was like the last decade for the six. Well, no, sorry, the last year of the 60s. And I was like, yeah, well, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can set the show like in the end of 1969. Yeah, or in the end of the 1960s. So I was like, yeah, that could be fun. And also, it was the year that my father was born. So I was like, yeah, this fits perfectly. So that's the years the show said on the night on 1969. So yeah.
Wow. Look at that, lazy people who don't know how to read. He just tell us what year the show set on.
I know. So if you are asking which what the year of the show is set in, look at this video again and again and again for the people who don't know.
So, many wants to know about Spider-Man, but I want to know what you gonna do after Spider-Man because you're a genius.
ah, thank you very much.
Because in your in your other account, Alvis Studios, you made a
Uh,
trailer about the how was it called again? It was not about Spider-Man. It was like a concept style about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Yeah,
And
yeah, I did that.
I want to know what is the future? Like people want to know Spider-Man, but I want to know what you're gonna do after Spider-Man.
Okay, well, after Spider-Man, a few projects in mind that I have are well, after Spider-Man, the next thing is definitely going to be the TMNT short film, which is going to be like based on the original comics. It's going to be R-rated, obviously. And so that's gonna happen after Spider-Man. Like after Spider-Man, there's not gonna be any other project than the TMNT. And another project I've been thinking, this is an exclusive, so this is, I have never told this anybody, nor my Amazing Fantasy or Alvis account, but I'm planning to do a Hulk short film.
Wow.
Yeah, based. I mean, I have this concept in mind that actually I took it from. Well, I got inspired from my friend Queso Comics on Instagram. He's making his own Spider Sona series and stuff. I forgot the name, so Queso, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry, but yeah, I remember that he made like some edits about Marvel in the 70s or 80s, and he made this edit of Hulk. He had this pitch for Hulk that it was like using practical effects and like Hulk looking like the Frankenstein monster and stuff. So I would like to do a Hulk short film with that kind of stuff, like old, like 1920s horror film atmosphere and stuff. So I would that will probably happen after TMNT. So those are the two projects that I'm planning for the future after Spider-Man.
I am
So yeah, that yeah.
I'm surprised because last year I also wanted to make
Uh-huh.
a Hulk short film
Really?
in the 40s
Oh, okay.
because I remember a long time ago when I was new to all this because I was obsessed to make a fan film, but I never
Yeah.
had the time. And I remember in
Mhm.
May 12th, I don't know what year, I asked you for advice.
Yeah, I think it was wait. It was a Superman thing?
Batman thing.
Batman. Okay. It was Batman. Yeah.
Then I changed it to the Hulk, but then I don't know. It's like in a limbo right now. I don't know if to make it or not. I will see
Ah.
about that.
I would like to see that. For
Who
real.
knows? Who knows? That might be a competition to your version of the.
Maybe. Maybe.
Which one do you like? The Alvis cut or the Koopa cut?
Why not the Alvis / Koopa cut?
Wow. Hey, that's
The
interesting.
mix. That would be cool. I
Now,
would open.
now.
Sorry.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
I would be open to do that. Honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, I know all of you are nervous and want to hear about this, but now we're going to the Spider-Man section because some of you are nervous, want to hear more about the webhead.
Shiver me timbers.
So, how many chapters will this series have?
Okay. The series will have 7 chapters. It's going to be 7 chapters long, 1 season only. I'm planning on doing only 1 season. I'm working right now as we're talking on the chapter 3, which is probably going to be released. I said it was going to be released on the end of March, but I think I'm gonna push it to the beginning of April to mid-April, because this is like so far it has been the biggest Amazing Fantasy chapter of all. Like, I want to change a lot of things. I want it to be more animated and stuff, and I want to hire a lot of people to participate. But yeah, the series will be 7 chapters long in one season.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
But now, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
And usually, I know people won't because they're too shy.
Okay.
You know the universe of Tobey Maguire, right? He's like the only hero of that universe, right?
Yeah.
But they make reference of other hero like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I know.
So we want to know, in your Spider-Man universe, like your version of Spider-Man, is he the only? Like, is there any other character in that universe? Like, let's put for example. Example. I'm not saying if they're
Okay.
example like, the Fantastic Four because they were popular in the '60s, or the Project Logan, Wolverine. That's for example. I'm not saying they're there, but is he the only hero there?
Okay. He's wait, how can I wait, I forgot to say this I forgot to say this shit in English. Wait. Hold on. Okay. He is the only superhero, but in my head canon, the someone will appear maybe 2 years after the events of Amazing Fantasy. Yeah, I've actually, if you put a little bit on attention on the chapter 1 of Amazing Fantasy, you see that when in the scene where Peter goes to fight Crusher Hogan, and Crusher Hogan is like asking, like, are you afraid of anything? You want to do this? And Peter's like, yeah, what do you think? I'm just a child and anything. And the audience reacts. Crusher Hogan says, well, this kid is more brave than Battling Jack. Do you know who Battling Jack is?
Who's Battling Jack?
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, I have to go a little bit on the lore, but probably the people who are watching this who know Battling Jack are probably, you already know who am I talking to? Who is a hero here that may appear or not in the series? I don't know. I have to figure it out. But basically, Battling Jack, you want to say something?
Battling Jack.
Yeah, Battling Jack.
Like, I know one Battling Jack, but I don't know if that's the same Battling Jack.
Who? Tell me, who do you think is Battling Jack?
You say.
Okay. Well, Battling Jack, it's the father
of. I knew it. Matt Murdock.
Yeah. Yeah. So since chapter 1, there's a reference from another Marvel character. Yeah. So there's a reference to Matt Murdock, which in this universe he's like a little bit older than Peter. He's like 5 years older than Peter. So the accident may have happened. There's no mention of it in the series, but it may have happened. There's somebody like over there in the streets fighting in Hell's Kitchen. I don't know. I have to explore that. I have to explore that more. Maybe I'll give some hints, so you have to pay attention to it. But yeah, that's the answer to the question if Spider-Man is the only one in this universe.
I can't believe it. It's like Spider-Man's canon in every universe. There needs to be a Spider-Man and Daredevil.
Yeah, it has to be. Like, I pray that Spider-Man 4, the MCU Spider-Man 4, has Daredevil in it. I hope it has Daredevil in it.
Like, even in projects that they don't have the rights for Daredevil, they make reference for Daredevil.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they always want to connect Spider-Man with Daredevil in any project.
Like in Into the Spider-Verse, if you freeze the frame in the part of the final battle, you could see the bridge from the intro.
Yeah. Yeah, and also in the final battle when Miles is fighting Wilson Fisk, you can see, and there's like a different variants of Vanessa and Fisk's son. There's one variant that if you blink, you miss it. There's one variant that it looks like a young Matt Murdock because it has like the red glasses and like the little suit and stuff. So yeah, they're like they always try to make reference to Daredevil, and that's what I like about it, because Spider-Man and Daredevil is like my most anticipated collab of any with any superhero. So yeah, I want to adapt a little bit of that in my universe.
Imagine a post credits scene. No, no, that would be wow.
I don't know.
Okay,
Okay.
which one is your favorite Spider-Man of all the three? The main live-action actors: Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and or Tom Holland. Or let's not be so like. There's actually four because Madame Web show a baby.
Oh my god.
Yes, if you don't believe me, Madame Web show a new Spider-Man that is a baby. So let me check the actor's name, even if he appears,
Okay.
even if he,
What's the baby actor's name?
even if he appeared like one second, like one
1 minute.
1 minute in the whole movie.
Yeah. So
Let's
spoilers for people who haven't seen Madame Web. There is a baby Peter Parker in the freaking movie.
like wow. Now there's like four live actions. So let's see.
Yeah.
Peter
But,
Parker.
but one of them doesn't have any powers. And I've been thinking about it. Like in this Madame Web universe, if Peter gets bitten by the spider and gets his powers and stuff, like he's going to be like the fourth spider person in there, because there's already Sydney Sweeney, aka my wife, and then there's Anya Corazon. And then there's the other girl. So are they going to be like Peter Parker's mentors? Or I don't know. I don't know what Sony did.
And it feels weird because if you think about it, Spider-Man because he's the only webhead.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
not anymore because there's Spider-Gwen and Miles and all. But like he became Spider-Man because he was the only
Yeah.
one. There were no street
Yeah.
heroes. Like back then in the original Marvel canon, there were not a lot of heroes. Like there were a few.
Yeah. Yeah, there were many.
They were like
If you think about it.
like there were like a few. Like the only like back then in the original canon, there were no Avengers. The least of Avengers
No.
you're gonna get is the Fantastic Four or the X-Men.
Yeah, like Fantastic Four were like the Avengers of that time, if you can say, and the X-Men too.
But now I don't know what Sony is doing, but like it won't have the same like charm origin. Like Peter, like I wanna be Spider-Man because of those random girls who
Yeah.
who
Yeah,
said
I mean, have you seen those hot girls, Uncle Ben? I want to be like them. I want to join them. Like, it's going to be hella weird. I don't think there's going to be a Madame Web sequel to. No. Well, hopefully there's no Madame Web sequel, because that would be weird. I don't know. And it would be unnecessary also.
And wanna know the worst part of all of this?
Yeah?
All Spider-Man villains are anti-heroes now.
Yeah, they're anti-heroes. Like Venom was like like an official anti-hero before all this Sony Universe thing, but like they already made like Morbius. They're gonna make Craven, and then they're gonna make El Muerto, which I don't know what Sony's doing.
And like when they make Spider-Man, like when they have him in the random, I don't know what is that universe called, Sony Spider-Man universe, whatever. Who is he gonna fight with?
I know. Like for example, Venom already fought Carnage, and like he had to in the comics he had to team up with Spider-Man to defeat Carnage. But like, what who is going to fight the Spider-Man of this universe? And I think Peter Parker in that Sony universe hasn't even been bitten by the spider. and Vulture is now over there on the Sony universe, trying to find Spider-Man. And I'm like guessing, and probably Michael Morbius is gonna be like, "Who the fuck are you talking about? Like Spider? Who are you talking about? Like I don't know. I don't know what Sony's doing.
Like I'm telling
They
you,
should.
who is gonna Spider-Man fight with now?
I know they should stick to the animation only. They're good at that.
No, I'm telling you, Sony is weird, and like, let's thank God that they didn't ruin the Miles Morales trilogy.
Yeah, hopefully they won't. Well, have you find the name of the baby Spider-Man?
Mayday Parker.
Who?
Oh wait, the baby. I thought we were
The
talking
baby, the baby.
Oh, I couldn't find the baby's name. Like, there's in the credits, there's no name of the baby. It just say Peter, random baby.
Ah, right, random baby.
So,
Okay, so
let's reflect this. Who is your favorite Peter Parker? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland, or the baby?
it has to be the baby. Like that kid is going to team up with the best Spider-Woman in the universe. Who's going to fight? I don't know, but he's gonna team. The Spider team. I mean, it's going to be better than No Way. Okay, no. Uh, I'm gonna have to go with my favorite. It has to be Andrew. I love Andrew Garfield. Like when I was like a little child, like I was like 11 years old when like Tom Holland started to play Spider-Man. I was like, yeah, he's the best one. And then I started to when I was a little bit grown up, I started to like analyzing the movies, and I was like, is he like the best Spider-Man? Because he's a child yet. Like he doesn't know about responsibility yet and stuff, and other things about it. And like before No Way Home, I started to see the previous movies because it was like very obvious that Toby and Andrew were gonna show up somehow on No Way Home. And I saw the Toby movies, which I love Toby. I love his movies. I love Sam Raimi and stuff. And then I saw the first Amazing Spider-Man, and I was like, why do many people don't like this movie? I was like, I was like those guys who on Instagram that are like fans of Ryan Gosling and stuff, and say Ryan Gosling is me. Like while I was watching the Amazing Spider-Man, I was like, yeah, I identify with this guy. I was like, I'm also shy. I'm also like not good enough with girls. Like I'm not hot, but I'm pretty much like this guy. And I was like starting to analyze like the Andrew movies. I saw the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I know it's not a good movie, but I enjoy a lot. And I was like, damn, Andrew should have gotten like a third movie. And when I saw him in No Way Home, and like he was like, in my opinion, he was like the best of the three of them. Like it was like, oh my god, I was like very, very happy for Andrew Garfield and how his character got developed, and and the moment that he saved MJ to redeem himself from not saving Gwen and stuff. And I was like very, very happy for Andrew, and I started to appreciate it more. And so I have to go with Andrew for life. I don't hate Tom, but he's my least favorite. I don't say he's a bad Spider-Man. No, he's a good Spider-Man, but he's my least favorite. So the ranking would go, last place would go to Tom, second would go to Toby. I know some people are gonna kill me for that. And my number one, I have to go with Andrew. I love Andrew very much.
And number 4.
And the who?
And number 4.
And number 4. Gee, I don't know who could go on number 4. Maybe like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like a crybaby or anything. But yeah, like I don't count the baby as the Spider-Man, because Heck, the baby actor doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't know who the fuck Spider-Man is. like, yeah. I don't. He's like probably like the he's going to be known in history for the lesser known adaptation of Peter Parker. So yeah, that baby is going to have a hell of a legacy.
He's gonna make a TikTok about. I'm telling you, when he grows up,
Yeah,
he's gonna be.
he's
Like,
gonna be like,
it's gonna be like, I was Spider-Man.
yeah, I was in a Spider-Man movie. Which one? Madame Web. Like, oh my god,
Hey, who you were?
poor baby.
Who you were? Peter Parker. Only for one scene.
Only for one scene. I was the baby Peter Parker, but I was in it.
I don't know. Let's forget out the Sony universe because we can talk all
Yeah.
day about it.
Yeah, let's continue. What's your next question, Koopa?
Well, yeah, my next question is: any advices for new content creator who will want to also make projects or film in general, or also a Marvel fan film, anything involving film? What's your advice, man?
My advice is, if you have for any new content creator would be, if you have an idea and you think that idea is good and develop it, do it. Go ahead and do it. Don't, like, I don't know. You can make it like me, like animated. Like, if you truly want your project to be made, do it. You don't have to wait to, I don't know, like approval or something. You can like announce it on your YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or any place you want, but do it. If you truly are very passionate, do it. That's my only advice. That those two words, do it. So yeah, obviously you have to develop the project, and you have to see what things can work, what things won't work or probably won't work, but do it. Do not waste time thinking, well, maybe I can do this, maybe I can don't. Do it. Go ahead and do it. Nobody's stopping you. If it's your dream, chase it. Do it. That's my advice.
Oh my, that's interesting.
Yeah. So you already know, Ethan. Oh, Koopa. Sorry. You already know, Koopa. Do your Batman stuff.
If I have
You already heard. You already heard me. Do it right now. All right, do it. I want to see it.
Oh, well.
Okay. I hope I didn't made you feel pressure. No, just take your time. Take your time.
You did it.
That is also part of the advice. Take your time on your project, and that's it.
Because I'm a person who has a lot of imagination, and I have a fan
Yeah.
series on my channel though.
Yeah. What is it called? So people can see it.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my.
What happened?
So my name is Koopa. Hmm.
Uh-huh.
And Koopas are like in Mario games and all of that. And my fan series. Oh my. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my. I don't know if I can say this. This is gonna be the randomest thing you're gonna hear.
Say it.
Some people make fan series about Batman. Some make fan series about Superman. I make fan series about Mario.
About Mario.
And it is good.
Yeah.
It's like a sitcom type of thing. It can have his dark times, but it's a sitcom type of thing.
Yeah. Like, don't worry. I have seen people making Sonic fan films. Like, today they can make a fan film out of everything, not only superheroes. Fan films are not only for superhero content. Like, you can make everything you want, as long as it's good, as long as it's good, make it. That's what I can say.
As long as you like it.
As long as you like it, that's right.
But oh well, let's get to the point, shall we? Let's get to the most anticipated part of all.
All right.
You said the Amazing Fantasy will only have one. Oh, one. Right. One.
One.
One season. Let's call it like that. Season. One season.
Yeah. One season.
And you know, the Spider-Man fans are like, no. You saw Spectacular Spider-Man?
Yeah.
They know like it's possible to make a season 3, but like they know it will not be the same.
Yeah.
So how much possibilities there are that you're gonna make a second season?
Uh, 30.
Wow, 30.
Yeah, it's because I have I have a few ideas in mind, but I feel like they haven't been developed enough. Like the ideas I have for Amazing Fantasy, I was like, yeah, maybe that could work, but yeah. I'm sorry, it wouldn't feel like the same as the first Amazing Fantasy. The first Amazing Fantasy season, I feel like the quality of the story would feel weird, maybe kind of rush, because probably if, like I'm telling you, if Amazing Fantasy would be a film, it would be like 3.5 hours long. I'm telling you that, and the next seasons would probably last like half an hour or something like that. And I don't know. I'm like a little afraid that those ideas don't feel like they are part in the same universe in some way. So probably, I don't know. There's still this 30% chance that maybe I could do a season 2, or I don't know, maybe if I'm a little bit busy with another project, maybe I don't know, I can do like a concept trailer of what would the season 2 would be like telling the whole story of the season 2 or maybe season 3 in a concept video or stuff. But yeah, right now the possibility is a 30% to release a second season or even a third one.
Oh my.
Yeah, I know that that's gonna sound a little bit sad to some fans, but I don't know. I wouldn't feel like the next seasons would have the same quality of story that Amazing Fantasy has, in my opinion, as I view it.
But oh well.
Well.
How does it feel? Like it was hard for you to make a project that was not in the Pacific as usually. I'm not saying every content creator does this, but like usually when they make a Spider-Man fan film, they usually make it like in the present day, never in the past. You know, it's
Yeah.
always like in the present day. Like
Mm-hmm.
that like that's the most popular like topic they always do. Like what Spider-Man will do in the present day. Like they never do like a Spider-Man project like in the past. Like I mean some do, but like it's not like
Yeah.
everyone. How does
Yeah,
it
I know.
feel?
How does it feel? It feels I don't know. It feels um great and weird at the same time. Good because I feel like I'm doing like something a little bit different with, I don't know, like the story, the soundtrack, what else, the animation style. Like I haven't seen a lot of fan films or fan projects that are animated, and I'm like, well, yeah, maybe I feel like I'm doing a little something different, which most importantly, I'm liking it. And it feels weird at the same time because I feel like I can't stand out very easily, but I could stand out in a good or bad way. Good because maybe people are gonna say, oh look, this guy is making an animation of Spider-Man set in the 60s, so maybe this could be good. And on the bad side, it could be like the same reason people like thinking the animation is weird, which is an own criticism of mine. That I say, well, the animation, yeah, it's a little bit weird, but it's what I have. It's what I have, and I don't have a lot of budget or time to make it. But yeah, I mainly the reason why I wanted to make a Spider-Man or this project set in the 60s because one, it's the year it's the decade Spider-Man was created, and I always like thought about what would a movie be like that set in the 60s because I saw Channel Pops. Do you know Channel Pop?
Who's Channel Pops?
Well, Channel Pop is like it's a Sonic fan and a Spider-Man fan who in way back in 2019, more or less. Yeah, 2019. He made like a pitch, his own pitch of a Spider-Man reboot, and he said, "Well, I would like it to be in the 60s, like where Spider-Man was created and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, that would be cool." So, and I've seen a lot of fan films. For example, which ones I can say? I don't know. Well, maybe a lot of fan films that are set in the present, like you can see Spider-Man using a cell phone. You can see it like, I don't know, making modern pop culture references to everything. Modern pop culture references to like the past 10 years or so, and they have music like indie music from 10 or 5 years ago. So I was like, I want to do something different, and I made this I got inspired by the Channel Pop reboot pitch, and I said I'm gonna make it in the 60s or in a decade, in a different decade, and I choose the 60s because Spider-Man was created in that decade, obviously, and I wanted to make it feel like the 60s, and I wanted to add music from that time because since I was a child, well, I'm an old soul, and when I was a child, I used to listen to music from the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Like I would listen to a little bit of Frank Sinatra, like the Beatles, the Beach Boys, Michael Jackson and stuff, and I would hear a lot of that since I was a child. And I was like, well, I like this music, so I won't like feel weird if you can say it like that. So I was like, yeah, maybe I could use some unknown 60 songs that people don't know, and maybe they would know thanks to my series. No, wait, I don't know what I'm saying. but the thing is that I wanted to make something different, and because I love the 60s, thanks to my grandparents who have taught me like a lot of the past decades and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I would like to make something that I knew as a child and I grew up with. So that's the reason why. Well, that's how I feel making a Spider-Man fan film set in the 1960s.
Oh wow, that's very wow, inspiring.
Yeah.
So let's cut to commercials. But this
All right,
commercial
let's.
we're gonna go with is not any other commercial. This
Oh
a
my god.
this is a actually a promotional you made a long time ago.
Oh my god.
Spider-Man cereal.
Oh.
Let's cut to the commercial so people can see more about the amazing fantasy.
Let's have a good breakfast with Post Alphabet. Get your own Post Alphabet cereal in your nearest store. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man Story. Chapter 1 coming this winter. New chapters coming 2023.
Right now?
Hello there! We're back again from that short commercial from that Spider-Man. So, yes, that webhead is a menace.
Yeah.
So,
He's a creep.
She. We're not talking about Matt Antwerp here. We're talking about Spider-Man. The webhead.
Yeah,
It's a menace.
exactly. The menace. This is my attempt to make a J. Jonah Jameson voice, which sounds more like Green Goblin.
If you all want to participate and support the project, go do the hashtag Citizens Against Spider-Man.
That's right, Citizens Against Spider-Man, so we can expose the real menace this Spider-Man is to our children. I can imagine, I saw someone in the street, well, I saw a kid wearing a Spider-Man costume. And I told the parents' kid, hey, are you dumb? This kid is wearing the devil right now. So, so yeah, join the movement Citizens Against Spider-Man so we can arrest this guy and maybe we can reveal his public identity to the world. All right? He's a menace and everybody needs to know that.
So, the rules are simple. If you want to participate in this hashtag Spider-Man Against the citizens to promote the Amazing Fantasy Project. For example, you can make a drawing or poster bashing or mocking the Spider-Man is. This will help us to show the world the truth and make the city better. Join now. And one other thing, this is not Far From Home, so no Spider-Man name is Peter Parker. No, none of them.
No, none of that. We don't know who's Peter Parker.
Who is Peter Parker?
Who is Peter Parker? I don't know. No. He sounds weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can join the movement by making a drawing or a poster mocking the Spider Menace, so we can hurt his feelings and make him sad and depressed, and he can move out of the city and disappear for good.
At this point, I think the worst enemy of Spider-Man is the fans at this point.
Yeah, I mean, kids supporting Spider-Man, come on, kid. You know there's better stuff than that.
Anyways, after that promotional thing we let in there, what is your favorite Spider-Man costume?
My favorite Spider-Man costume in general, right?
In general,
I have to go with my main man, the Steve Ditko costume. I love Spider-Man in red and black. I think the combination of those two colors is perfect. And I've seen a lot of cosplays about the Spider-Man Steve Ditko costume and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I mean, it's beautiful. It's like beauty to my eyes, as you can call it. So yeah, I have to go with the Steve Ditko costume.
Wow.
Yeah.
So. I want to hear your opinion about something.
Okay.
How long have you been a Spider-Man fan? Before we ask you the final question.
Okay. How long have I been a Spider-Man fan? I've been since I have memory. Probably since I was 6 years old. I knew Spider-Man and I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest guy ever. Or something like that. I don't know. My 6-year-old liked it for some reason. And I was very, very surprised about it. And I don't know. The first movie I saw of Spider-Man was Spider-Man 1, the 2002 Sam Raimi movie. And I was very, very mesmerized about it. I was oh my god, this is so cool. And I like Spider-Man. I knew Superman way before because that's the first superhero you know in your life, Superman. But I met Spider-Man thanks to that movie and the 90s animated series and Spectacular Spider-Man and the MTV series, which I don't know why when I was 6 I was watching that, since I watch it now and it's adult content, more or less. But I've been Spider-Man fan since I was 6, so that would be 11 years old. 11 years since I was a Spider-Man fan. And I'm very, very I love Spider-Man. I love it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm that old.
Now, let's hear what is from all the Spider-Man. Let's talk about fan film in general because there's many. Well, not many. There's not many Spider-Man films coming out like Beyond and Spider-Man 4. But like,
Yeah,
let's talk about fan films because there's more of that than than films.
yeah.
What is the most anticipated Spider-Man fan film you're waiting for?
My most anticipated Spider-Man fan film. Damn. I think I have to go with Spider-Man Convergence. I think it's called like that, Spider-Man Convergence, and which is a fan film about Spider-Man and Peter. Peter's from the 1980s, so you got me sold on that, and it's going to talk about a little bit of the multiverse. So I'm very very excited to see that. Another one that I'm very excited is Mighty Raccoon's Spider-Man Reborn, which is about Peter Parker, well, an older Peter Parker, sorry, and his son. I don't know really what the plot is, but the animation is gorgeous and stuff. So what else am I? Which other fan films I'm excited about? Um, boy, I think that's the two that I'm anticipating the most. I haven't seen a lot of fan film announcements about Spider-Man. I've seen about like Batman and stuff, but since we're talking about Spider-Man, well, Spider-Man it is. But I haven't seen a lot of promo for Spider-Man fan films. So those two are my most anticipated Spider-Man fan films. Spider-Man Convergence and Spider-Man Reborn. So you can all go to see it and watch the trailers and stuff, and you can follow the creators on Instagram to see more updates on those projects, and that's it. And also, I'm mentioning those two because I think one of the two fan films that I was waiting, I think they were canceled. So I'm only left with those two, sadly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question of the million:
The question of the million.
if you could write Spider-Man 4, like Marvel call you on hand, and they were like, "Hey, we had the budget to call a famous director, so let's call a random one. We're calling you
Yeah.
to write and direct the next Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want as long as it's in the canon and has the cast, like Tom Holland in it.
Yeah.
So, what will be your Spider-Man story?
I would make it simple. I would make it a street level thing. Um, I would put Daredevil in it. I would put Wilson Fisk. I would put maybe Tombstone. What was the name of the big-headed villain? I forgot his name. Do you know the name of the big guy, the big head guy who has a metal head, which is a Spider-Man villain? I forgot the name.
Me too.
Wait. Hold on. Let me try to find. The. I'm gonna look for it. On Google, which just says big head villain. Hammerhead. Yeah, I would make a movie. Well, Spider-Man 4, I would put those three villains, Kingpin, Tombstone, and Hammerhead, which the three of them wouldn't be working together. In fact, I think they would be hating each other, and they would compete to be like the most respected gangster in the MCU. So I would do that. I would also add who I would also add. Maybe add a little bit of Felicia Hardy over there. Maybe add some Prowler. Maybe add some Prowler, which I would make it like an anti-villain, which probably would help Spider-Man, and in that way that they could introduce Miles Morales. So yeah, I would do that basically for Spider-Man 4 on the MCU.
Wow.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's all we have for today's interview. I mean, if there's any more in the future, but thank you, Alvis, for being. I don't know if I pronounced your name right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's correct.
Thank you for being in this series and for setting the interview. Everyone go support his show, well, his series, and support all his works he do because he's very talented.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me to this interview. It was a nice first interview to me for make, and you can subscribe to Kupa's channel. You can support him on his Mario fan film. Uh, so, and you already know the Amazing Fantasy Chapter 3 would probably be released on the beginning of April or the mid of April, but it's coming out this year. So take it for granted. So subscribe to the channel to be to put attention to when it's coming out. So yeah, check that out.
By the way, don't be confused. We're talking about his channel, not mine.
Okay, subscribe to both channels. All right.
Yes. And I hope all of you have a lovely day. God bless you all, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye.